Welcome back. China's sports landscape has seen major changes over the past decade. Companies are moving to adapt to this trend as well.
An office worker in Shanghai, Shi Shaowei is an ordinary soccer fan, but he also has an unordinary identity. A shareholder in the Spanish La Liga soccer club, SD Eibar. This opportunity came to him through a post in Hupu's soccer forum.
一开始的话是在虎扑的网站上面看到有人翻译了一篇 C 的 Loy 的文章。
It all started when I saw a translated article for Hupu that said SD Eibar had encountered financial trouble. I thought that becoming a shareholder in a La Liga team was a rare chance, so I made a small investment. At the time, it was a very special feeling, so I decided to share this news with my friends.
然后甚至是西甲俱乐部的股东，然后另一方面的话，就特别想跟自己一些足球圈方面的朋友去分享。
Crowdfunding of SD Eibar became one of the biggest events in football forums in China in 2014. The movement had started at Hupu, and the site's popularity rose sharply. Some users reaped unexpected benefits.
Users initiated a crowdfunding event on our platform. I thought that, seeing as our users had helped SD Eibar realize their dream, we should help our users realize their dreams as well. So I called SD Eibar and asked them if we could arrange for some of the people who had invested to go to Spain to see a match between SD Eibar and Real Madrid. The people at SD Eibar were very happy with the idea. So we selected 6 shareholders to go and watch a match. This created quite a stir. Both the Chinese and Spanish media had wide coverage on this.
Hupu is eager to move on from relying on advertising for its income and is currently working to transform into a sports company that focuses on investing and providing a platform.
After we received venture capital and turned it into a company, we wanted to provide sports fans with this kind of service, of course without going against the original concept. But inevitably, we felt a lot of pressure that comes with being a business, like where to get your revenue and figuring out the company's direction. So the fact that we are planning on becoming a sports marketing company is related to the fact that a large part of our income currently comes from advertising. On the one hand, we should provide services to our users, but on the other, we're also responsible to the people who place ads with us. At the level where we are now, we have already become an investment company in the sports industry.
More traditional internet companies are looking to enter the growing O2O market, and Hupu is no exception. Since June 2015, Hupu and Chinese sportswear maker GRN Group and the Greenwoods Investment established the Arena Capital, an investment fund focusing on sports investment. The fund has already invested more than 200 million RMB in nearly 20 projects, covering smartwear devices, sport O2Os, training and venue services, among others. Industry insiders say the fund serves as a platform which helps divert some of its traffic to the O2O platforms it invests in, like Shihuo.cn, a sport e-commerce platform. They say Hupu could attract more sports O2O platforms in its PC portal and mobile apps.
Professor Jia, I'm not really a sports fan myself, but I know that there are a lot of changes happening in the industry recently. Right. Can you comment on these major shifts?
So we're seeing several changes in the trend in this industry. The first one is the fact that the mode of user participation has changed from traditionally watching games to now the users are actively participating in various sports activities. Mm-hmm. So there are more people start to do mountain climbing, running, and biking. Right? This is one change. And the second change we're seeing is the shift in market focus. It used to be the Chinese sports sector is predominantly dominated by sports wares and also accessories. But going forward, I think we'll be seeing more companies that engage in sports service, the provision of sports services. And the third change in the trend is actually the role of government. It used to be that Chinese sports industry is heavily financially supported by the Chinese government. Right. But I think going forward, we will be seeing more private capitals come into this market and support this sector going forward.
I see. So, Professor Jia, Hupu's business model kind of sort of changed from an online forum discussion-based model to right now, basically a marketing company. Right. So can you comment on that?
I think this company's business model actually has been changed several times. So it started as you mentioned, online community, right? And they developed their own content in order to attract users. And if you look at their source of revenues, advertisement is the major source of revenues. But if you look at the need of these advertisers, they're not satisfied with understanding the consumer behavior online. They want to understand fully how the users will behave, both online and offline, right? In their engagement in various sports activities. So they're looking for a solution provider. And I think that's why Hupu is also trying to transform its business model from just an online community now and branching out into sort of the entire value chain in this industry. I think that's a natural step.
That's right. You got more revenue stream as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Hupu started 10 years ago. So back then when the founder Cheng Hong came back to China, the entrepreneurial environment was very different back then compared to now. Can you comment on this sort of a difference?
Of course. So when Cheng Hong started, we're talking about 10 years ago, I think his biggest challenge, number one, is he's looking at this lack of basic infrastructure in China. And also, at the time, internet wasn't such a huge thing. It was just emerging. So it took a lot of startup companies a long time just to educate the market. Jack Ma with Alibaba, it's the same situation, right? When he started a company, he has to go to different small business and tell the business owner the value of advertising on internet, right? Of course, nowadays, the basic infrastructure is already there, and everyone understands the value of internet, especially now with the Internet Plus strategy. It's revamping and penetrating into every traditional sectors. So I think the overall environment, not just the infrastructure, but also the policy has changed, and it's very supportive of entrepreneurship nowadays. But the challenge for entrepreneurs nowadays compared to say 10 years ago is actually the market is getting more and more crowded, right? So it has already turned from a so-called blue ocean now to a red ocean. So the competition is more fierce.
And these days everybody's an entrepreneur and everybody wants to do something with the internet.
That's right.
Folks, yes, a changing environment does require a changed strategy for businesses. Folks, now we're heading for another short break before we examine the potential investment opportunities in China's sports market.